also going to try an audio recording in case the video recording does not work.
Hi, Nithya. Hi, all.
Hi, Brinda. Thanks for joining. Can you guys please mute your mute so that we don't have
Mute. Okay, I'll mute.
I'm going to just mute all of you. If in case, except Shilpa, in case any of you want to talk, please unmute yourself. Yeah, guys, we're just giving it another 2 to 3 minutes to wait for people to join. It's 5 o'clock right now. So thanks for joining early.
Yeah, I think some people were already there. It's 5. Oh, it's just 5. Okay.
Can you post a reminder on the group, Shilpa, so that we're starting? Please join.
Guys.
Okay, before the other people join in, do you guys? Hi, Aradhna. How are you?
Hi,
We've seen you after so long.
Thank you. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. How's your baby?
Yeah, he's fine. Well, I'll be
Hi.
on the mute.
I saw him last time when he was in the stomach, I think. Hi.
Say hi.
Hi. How are you?
Say hi, everyone.
Hi.
Okay.
So nice to see you.
Apple? Okay, I'll take you. Okay, I'll mute Nithya. Otherwise, he'll make a lot of noise.
No problem.
Okay, thank you.
So how was your day?
It was awesome. I was working from home and.
Okay, you took it off. I mean, you were working from home.
Yeah, I was working from.
So how was Trish's play?
It was really good. He did really well. I'll forward it to you guys. He was the center of attention. He had the maximum number of lines to talk.
Okay.
I think Shilpa, you get started, and then we will.
We'll get started.
As people join in, we will.
Okay. Hi, everybody. They are all muted, is it?
They're all muted. So if anyone wants to talk, please unmute yourselves and ask questions.
Hi, Shilpa. Hi, Nithya.
Hi. Question to Nithya, okay?
Hi, Nithya.
Okay.
Hi. Hi, Bindu.
Hi.
Thanks for joining.
Hi, Nithya.
Hi. So, okay. Hi, everybody. This is actually exciting. So I'm actually very happy that you chose this for yourself. So, and I so intend that this session will be a space for everyone to create something unimaginable. So this session is based on access consciousness. For those who are not aware of it, it's founded by Gary Douglas and is being facilitated by Nithya Chellam. And now those of you who don't know Nithya Chellam, she's a popular access consciousness certified facilitator. She's a powerful shamanic healer facilitator. She's a Reiki Grandmaster, tarot reader, radical healing facilitator, and experienced hypnotherapist, software professional, author. She's many things actually. So most of all, she's well loved, adored by her clients.
Thank you so much.
So she's for the contribution she's been in everybody's life, mine too. So now I ask Nithya to take over.
Thank you so much. Hi guys, so thank you for joining, and please do ask any questions. Unmute yourself if you have to ask questions. I will answer based on the questions, and I'm going to mute everyone because I have the power to mute everyone since I'm the host. So please unmute yourselves if you would like to talk. So let me give a quick introduction about gold vibes. If you guys are wondering why this is called gold vibes and what is the idea behind this, if you're not wondering also, I'm going to tell you so you can just hear it. Um, yeah, so basically, based on access consciousness, what is the basis of access consciousness, right? The basis of access consciousness is your point of view creates your reality. That means whatever we are thinking, in layman terms, whatever we are thinking only becomes a. So how can we change? Hi Deepa, nice seeing you.
Hi.
We change what we think. So the basic tool to change what we're thinking is questions. Deepa, I'm going to mute you, okay? Yeah. So the basic thing is we can change our thinking by asking questions. So this class we are going to go into a lot of questions that will get us to the vibration of gold. And this is a Valentine's Day gift for you. Anyway, we all know about relationships and how things work. Right? Just find one relationship that doesn't hurt you. Is actually the relationship we have with gold. It doesn't come back to bite you, or no drama or things like that. It's easier than people. That's my
Oh,
perspective.
your voice is.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi Mahesh. Did you say something?
Hi. Yeah, I'm. Your voice is breaking.
Okay.
So
I'm going to. I think. What about everyone else? Are you guys able to hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Yes. So Mahesh, it might be something with your connection. Anyway, I'm going to give a recording so you can re-listen anything that you've not heard.
okay. Can you repeat whatever you have said just now? Something.
Okay. Just give me 1 minute. I will ask one of my friends, Geet, wants to join. He didn't register, so I'll just give him the link. Okay. So what did I say? I didn't say anything much. Shilpa just introduced me, and I said
Okay.
a point of view creates your reality. So if we want to change our
Okay.
reality, we have to change our point of view. And I did make a joke. So you guys please do laugh if they're jokes, because laughing is what will give us the energy of change. I may not hear you because you're in mute, but please do laugh. It's very, very important. And I can see a few of you. So if you laugh, that will be really nice. So what I said is, one of the in relationships, right? Usually there's the, this went wrong, that person didn't listen to me. But one of the relationships that doesn't hurt you is gold. So that's why this is called gold vibes. See, when we have, see, I'm wearing gold today, so all these gold things don't actually hurt us, right? They actually help us and contribute to us. So why is this called gold vibes? What is the vibration of gold? The vibration of gold is non-reactive. Why is gold so precious, right? It is so precious because it does not react to anything. It does not react with whatever is happening externally. It stays the same. So that is what we want to get to. If you realize your true value. Hi Geet, hi Priya, thanks for joining. So,
hi Nithya.
Hello. So I'm going to, I'm muting everyone. If you guys have questions, please unmute yourself and ask. Okay, so this Valentine's Day, all of us are in to talk about gold vibes. So why did I pick this topic, or why did I say gold vibes? Like I said, one relationship that has never hurt me is gold. It is, it doesn't react. Why? And why is gold so precious in this reality or any reality, right? It does not react to anything. It does not react to outside circumstances. Gold does not change. Its color does not change. Nothing changes. Whatever you do to gold, it remains the same. So that is what we are here to realize: your own value, your own true worth. And whatever external circumstances do to you, you can still stay who you are, and you can still choose something that is really, really contributive to you. So that's the first thing. The second thing is, we are all called human beings, right? That's a non-access term. But when you come to access, we are called infinite beings. That means we have infinite potential. And what does an infinite being mean? An infinite being means you can be anything in the infinite pool of whatever is available. So me as an infinite being, I can be anything. And how this in Access, there are two different things we distinguish. One is this reality and one is your reality. So we don't want to get caught into this reality, right? This reality is full of drama, suffering, and even I've seen some people, not so happy with gold, which amuses me because I feel that is like really something that is, really, that makes me happy, right? So some people are not, they choose to suffer based on anything. Whatever happens, you choose to suffer. So how do you change this? It is perspective. It's by changing the way you think. Now, it's not so easy to change the way you think. That is why we use Access consciousness tools. So a tool, the basic tool is a question. And I'm going to give you a lot of questions today, or clearing statements. So for those of you who are not used to Access, what you have to do is, whenever you hear me say, will you destroy and uncreate something? Please say yes, right? In your heads or out loud, it's whatever it is. Please say yes, and you will get the energy of it. The second thing is, I will be giving a recording of this call. Please listen to it at least 3-4 times until you understand or get what I'm saying. Because once you get what I'm saying, your whole reality will shift. And if you don't get it today in the first call, it is completely fine. So I would encourage you to listen to it. And that's the reason we're giving the recording. Okay. So how does an infinite being work? What you be is what you'll attract. This is called the law of attraction. And as an infinite being, you can be anything, right? So, and it's a choice about what you be. So all of us can choose to be something greater. I'm going to make you. Yeah, thank you. So as an infinite being, you can be multiple shades of anything, right? And what you be is what you will attract. So with this call, what we want to be is vibrationally compatible to the energy of gold. Why again? I think all of you know why. Gold is precious. Gold will increase the financial reality, but it's not only about that, right? Because as I said, gold does not react. So you get to a vibration of something that is so pure, that does not get shattered or upset by anything that's happened externally. And it's all your choice. Does it make sense so far? Yeah. I know all of you are muted, so I'll assume that it makes sense to all of you. If something does not make sense, please unmute yourself and feel free to ask any questions. Right. So how do we get there? The first question is, can we get there? Yes. As an infinite being, you can be anything and everything. It is just a choice. And if you're not sure of how to get there, we ask questions. And the more you ask questions, the more you'll get there. And you have to ask the same question for how long? How long is until you see the external reality change? When you ask for something, if I ask for happiness, for example, a simplest form of an Access tool, before we get into gold vibrations, is, let's say, let's talk about happiness, right? So how many of you would like to be happy? Yeah, thanks, Bindu. Thanks, Geetya. So I'm assuming all of us would like to be happy, right? So what if happiness is also just a choice and all of us can be happy? But if we don't know, we are so used to suffering and anger and worry and, making the external circumstance so huge and reacting to everything that life gives you, isn't it? So how do we change that? The basic question is, as an infinite being, you can be anything. So you are being something. What are we being when you're not happy? You're being unhappy. You're being sad. Natasha, did you have a question? Okay, fine. Yeah.
No, I was just, hold on.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, please. So if anyone has questions, please feel free to ask me in between. Yeah. So what we be is what we attract, right? So.
Sorry, I was just shifting device. That's why the chaos.
No problem. No problem. I think it woke few people up, so it was good. Thank you for the contribution. Okay, so simplest question, what can I be to be happy? If you have no idea how to be happy, all of us, happiness is part of our nature. So when you're born, you were happy, but somehow we became something else and you forgot to be happy. So again, this is a simple tool. You can use it to change anything in your life. Ask a question. Start by saying, what can I be? And then whatever you want followed after it, right? What can I be to be happy? This is what we have to ask. Instead of saying I'm unhappy, I'm sad, because your point of view creates your reality, and you have to be very aware the universe is listening to every word and every vibration underneath the word, not only the word, right? If you say I'm happy, but you're so sad, you can hide it from you, maybe you can hide it from others, but you cannot hide it from the universe, right? It's listening to what you say underneath. And that's what you're going to get. So if you guys are saying, I'm happy, but I'm not getting happiness, you have to see underneath what is there below. Are you in the vibration of happiness? Whatever vibration you are is what the universe is going to give you. So if you are in the vibration of happiness, happiness will come and find you. You don't have to go after anything, especially happiness, right? So a simple question, what can I be to be happy? Every day, if you guys can start your day with asking this, what can I be to be happy? And we don't have to do much because we're infinite beings. We have to learn to be. When you're in the state of being something, you will be shown what to do. For example, my previous life, like right now I'm a new being, but maybe some 4 or 5 years back, I really didn't know how to be happy, and it was like so sad and all that stuff. And then I realized, the family I had or the money I had, it wasn't making me happy. So I actually didn't know what makes me happy. So if some of you are feeling that we really don't know what makes her happy, a good question to ask is, what can I be to be happy? What makes me happy? And when we say, what can I be to be happy? After that, we use a statement saying, everything that does not allow that, I destroy and uncreate it all, right? This is to this is to bring up the energy. When you say, what can I be to be happy? Everything that is stopping you from being happy will start coming up energetically. And then when you say everything that does not allow this, I destroy and uncreate it all, it will start changing the energy. And then we use a clearing statement that says, right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. This will clear the energy. For those of you who are hearing this statement,
see how love changes with every person.
Nithya, can you repeat this again?
Yes.
Very fast when you were talking.
Sure.
So the part that you said that destroy, I didn't get that.
Okay, it's not a problem. Okay, so I'm going to repeat it. So we start with a question. When we want to change something in our life, if you want to be happy, what can I be to be happy, right? Simple question. So if you want money, what can I be to receive money? Simple question. Then everything that does not allow that, I destroy and uncreate it all. That is the second sentence. Anyway, I'll give you this recording so you can hear it again and you can write it down. So when I say, what can I be to be happy? Energetically, whatever is stopping me from being happy, whether it was as a kid I had suffered at 9 years old, or whether somebody told me, I think really, they told me that how much ever you laugh in life, that much you have to cry, when I was in college, and I believed it. And so when I used to laugh for 2 days, I would go and start crying for 2 days. So that's how your point of view creates your reality. So don't believe what anyone else says. Another tip, right? So what can I be to be happy? And everything that does not allow that, I destroy and uncreate it all. When you say I destroy and uncreate it all the energy that stopped you from being happy will start changing. And then we say right, wrong, good, bad, pod, poc, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. When you say right, wrong, good, bad, pod, poc, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds, this is something that is very related to access. It clears all the unwanted energies. It's not that really explainable, but I'll give you a quick explanation. Why do we suffer, or why do we not get what we desire, right? It's only because of our thinking. Your point of view creates your reality. If something is not working, it means you have a point of view that is different, right? You have a point of view. What is underneath what you're thinking is your point of view. Your point of view is not only what you think you're thinking, whatever is underneath your thinking. So when your point of view creates your reality, whatever your reality is showing is your point of view. So if you want to know what you're thinking, look at things around you. If someone abuses you, you're actually abusing yourself. You have been thinking somewhere of abuse, right? If you don't get enough money, somewhere you've been thinking, I cannot get enough money. This may be subconscious. You may know you're thinking it, you may not know you're thinking it, but because of what you think happens in your life, you have made this choice. You have somewhere decided that I may not have enough money, or I cannot be happy. So that is what we mean by when we say your point of view creates your reality. And you don't have to know. The best part is I don't have to know which point of view created what is going on today. All I have to do is be willing to change it, right? And to change it, we say, what can I be to? And you can fill it with whatever you want. To be happy, to have more money, and everything that does not allow that, I destroy and uncreate it all. So the minute I ask a question to the universe, what can I be to be happy? Some energy will come up. You will feel a heaviness, or all the memories and thoughts of whatever stopped you from being happy will kind of come up like this. You may just sense it. If you don't sense it also, it's perfectly fine. It still works. And then you just say everything that is I destroy and uncreate it all. It will shift this energy. Whatever heaviness you feel around will start becoming lighter. And then I say right, wrong, good, bad, pod, poc, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. The right, wrong, good, bad, pod, poc, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds is to convince my mind to let go of something. Now, why would I not let go of something? If somebody told me in college, like, for how much ever you laugh, you have to cry, I believed it. I believe it's right. So when you say the words right or wrong, whether you believe it's right or wrong, it will go. When I say good or bad, whether you believe it was good or bad, I let it go. Why? Because I will hold on to something that I believe is right. I will not want to change it. If I believe something is bad, I don't want to change it. I don't want to change that part of my life because I believe this is the right thing. What if we can just be free and forget right, wrong, good, bad? That is the best part of access consciousness. It sets you free from any limitation you have if you're willing to go there, right? So right, wrong, good, bad, pod, poc. Pod, poc means from the point of creation to the point of destruction. The first time, everything in my life I have created from some thought. My point of view creates my reality, right? Reality does not create my point of view. What I have thought sometime is what's happening in my life today. So when I was in 5th standard, if my teacher, scolded me and I said, I don't deserve to be in class, I'm not a good student, something like that. That's one point of view I've created. So then what happens is I'm not a good student in 9th standard. I continue not being a good student because I've decided it. That is point of creation. The first time I chose something is called point of creation. And pod, poc and pod, point of destruction. After that, when I said in 5th standard, maybe I'm not a good student. In 6th standard, I continue not being a good student. In 7th standard, I continue not being a good student. And then by the time in college, I'm a backbencher. I'm not even, doesn't matter whether someone calls me a good student or not, because I've strongly decided that I'm not a good student, right? So that becomes now this point of creation starts becoming a point of destruction. All the 9 different layers going on around in our life, and shots is what is meaningful, what is meaningless, what is the reward, what is the punishment. Again, why do we hold on to something? For example, one belief, your point of view creates your reality, right? So how many of you work really hard for money or anything? Okay, I can't see any raise of hands, or I've muted everyone. So I'm going to assume that at least one or two of you, or a few of you.
Yeah, we do. I do, Pushpa.
You do? Okay, thank you, Pushpa. So that's another example of point of view creates your reality, right? From a kid, they've been telling us hard work will give you success. Work hard for money. So there is a guilt, especially in Indian people. If you don't work hard, I shouldn't take the money. I didn't put enough work, right? How many of you work in office and always feel like I've not done my best, I don't deserve the money, and then you end up working so hard but yet not getting promotions, and the other person just gets it, right? So again, yeah, right. So because your point of view is hard work, success.
Nithya, maybe it's my point of view, but usually I just can't see things. I can't accept things coming in fast for me. Like I manifest, but then is it really possible for me?
Yeah, may I know your name, please?
Rajeshwari.
Okay, because your name shows as Lenovo K.
Yeah, I did not put my name.
It's okay,
Sorry.
no problem. I'll come to that. Okay, I'll just finish explaining this and I'll take that question.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm going to answer it. Don't worry. And if you guys have questions you don't want to ask, please think about it. Mostly I will get the energy and still answer. But please don't hesitate to ask any questions. Okay. So when you say hard work gives me success, that becomes your reality, and you have to keep working hard and working hard. But when you look back, you yourself will say, I didn't give my best. I didn't work as hard as I could. So success doesn't come, because hard work is what will give you success. And you've never worked as hard as you could. So you don't get success. So it's simple as that. So what if we can start saying easy work gives me success, smart work gives me success, or I'll just receive money without doing anything. And what if receiving money can be as easy as breathing? Now, how many of us, we don't go to this thought that do I deserve to breathe? Do I deserve to stay alive, right? Do we really deserve the air we breathe? Maybe or maybe not. Actually, looking at it, human beings are the species who destroy the earth the most. So I think we are the ones who don't deserve the air as much, but we still take it. So what if you don't deserve it, but you could still take it, right? So what if you don't have to work so hard, but you can still receive the benefits of it? So everything that brought up and let down for you, Will you all destroy and uncreate it once and for all? And this is where all of you can repeat yes in your minds or out loud. And right,
Yes,
wrong,
yes.
good. Thank you. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. So coming back to shots, right? There is a meaning to it. I have to work really hard, then only this money is meaningful for me. That's shots. What is the meaning behind this? We look for some meaning or some purpose for doing anything. What is the reward for this? What is the punishment for this? What is meaningless about this? If something is meaningless just for the fun of it, we don't want to do it, right? People like being serious. So apart from all of these things, I also work in a corporate company. It's my day job. And when I think me and Radhika, we work in the same place. I'm correct, yeah. Me and Radhika work in the same company. So both of us laugh. We like laughing, right? So everyone is like, why are these two girls laughing all the time? They just can't take it. They want meaning in the work. It has to be serious. It has to be like, this is so meaningful. I'm doing something great. But so anyway, they're getting used to us, and slowly people have started laughing because I do make a lot of humorous jokes, and I'm the manager. So if they don't laugh, it doesn't look good when I make a joke. So all those things, right? So that is shots, boys and beyonds. Again, boys is we have to get to the root cause of the issue. What do we do is, the way I understand it is, what we do is we always look at the effect. Today is just an effect. The reality is created by some point of view that you thought sometime. So what you see today is an effect. And if you keep on trying to change the effect, it's not going to work, right? You have to understand the cause, or not understand the cause. The best part of Access is we don't understand anything, but you have to let go from the cause. So the minute I say boys, it's like, it'll find wherever the issue is from and go to that, instead of just working on the effect. And beyonds is what we freeze into our body. Again, we recreate the same things again and again because we've locked it into our body. If my phone bill, for example, which comes like 2000, my phone bill is 1000 per month or something, and then suddenly I get a 1 lakh phone bill, right? I get into a shock. This is a beyond. Every time life throws you something where you're shocked about something, right? And then that locks into your body, and when it locks into your body, we will tend to recreate, because you have created a point of view now that I cannot, because you've created a point of view now. Mansi, I just muted you. In case you have a question, you can unmute. Otherwise, I've muted you. So that shock just stays in your system, and you tend to recreate it because it is in your system again and again. So when we say beyonds, everything that we have stored in our body also changes. So that is right, wrong, good, bad, pod, poc, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. If you did not understand it, it's perfectly fine. You can listen to the recording again, and you don't have to understand it. All you have to know is I have to just say right, wrong, good, bad, pod, poc, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. Or the shorter version is pod and poc. I just have to say pod and poc to change something. Okay, clear? Okay, so now let's get back to gold, right? So how many of you would like to have more gold in your life? I'm sure, yeah, all of you.
Me.
Yeah. Because gold, even the currency rates, right? It depends on gold. And it is possible that any currency at any point of time might be invaluable, but not gold. So that's the vibration of gold. Now, if you're an infinite being, how would you attract something? You have to be that energy, right? So the first question we ask, and when I say attract more gold, yes, it could be physical gold. It could also mean that you get into response, more responding and not reacting. So all changes would show up, right? So it can show up anyway. Okay, so the first question we ask ourselves, and when I say, will you destroy and uncreate it, please all of you say yes in your heads or out loud so that you receive this. Okay. So before I go there, everything that stops you from receiving whatever statements I'm going to say today, will you destroy and uncreate it once and for all?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pod, poc, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. So what energy, space, consciousness, I'm going to mute you. Sorry, it was fun. Okay. So what energy, space, consciousness, and choice can I be to be vibrationally compatible and congruent to the energy of gold, and everything that does not allow me to know, be, perceive, and receive that? Will you destroy and uncreate it once and for all?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyond. So what energy, space, consciousness, and choice can you be to be vibrationally compatible and congruent to the energy of gold, and everything that does not allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive that with ease? Will you now destroy and uncreate it once and for all?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Okay. So when we say again vibrationally compatible to the energy of the gold, we do not react to anything. So where will it get us? First, physical gold. Yes, physical gold also is the vibration of gold. It doesn't react to anything. So we will start getting more gold in our life. But the idea is you keep asking the question until your external reality changes, until you actually get the gold, and then you can keep asking more, because we all want more gold, right? It's not that when I say this, tomorrow I get gold, so I have to stop. You don't have to stop. You can keep asking for more, right? And when I did this clearing, I think the next day, one of my friends, they gifted me gold earrings. So it does work. It's tried and tested. It does work. The only, what you have to do is consistently be willing to ask the same question until you get there. So one is, what can I be or do different to not react to any situation in life, and everything that does not allow me to know, be, perceive, and receive that, I now destroy and uncreate it all. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyond. So what energy, space, consciousness, and choice can all of you be to not react to any situation in life, but respond the way gold does? And everything that does not allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive that, will you destroy and uncreate it once and for all?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. What energy, space, consciousness, and choice can me and my body be to not react to any situation in life, but respond to the situation just like gold? And everything that does not allow me to know, be, perceive, and receive that, will you now destroy and uncreate it once and for all?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Okay. So what can I be or do different so that gold likes me and comes to me with ease? And everything that does not allow that times a godzillion, will you destroy and uncreate it all?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. What can I be or do different so that gold comes and finds me, and so that gold falls into my hand with ease? And everything that does not allow that times a godzillion, will you now destroy and uncreate it once and for all eternity?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Okay. So how many lifetimes have I hidden all my gold and all my treasures so safe that I cannot find it myself in this lifetime? Are you willing for all of those to come and find you and fall into your hands? And everything that does not allow that times a godzillion, will you destroy and uncreate it once and for all eternity?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and girls. How many lifetimes have I hidden so many treasures in places where I cannot find them myself? I'm now willing for all those treasures to come and find me with ease. And everything that does not allow me to know, be, perceive, and receive that, I now destroy and uncreate it once and for all.
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Okay. Anyone has any questions so far? Yeah, so no questions. Rajeshwari, right? You had a question, right?
Yes.
Yeah, could you please repeat that?
It's just that I myself create a point of view that how can things happen so fast? Like if anything manifests, then I create a delay in that, or a difficulty or a struggle, something like that.
So what do you love about struggling? Everything that is times a godzillion, will you destroy and uncreate it all?
Yes.
Right, wrong,
Yes.
good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and girls. Is it fun for you to struggle?
No.
Do you enjoy that? No?
No.
Maybe I just feel unsafe when it comes first.
You feel unsafe, okay. So let's talk about that. So are we all infinite beings?
Yes.
Yes.
So an infinite being, when you know what is an infinite being, you have a potential to be anything, create anything, do anything. That is the potential you have. So can an infinite being really be unsafe?
No.
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 Yeah. So are you willing to choose something
Yes.
Right,
Yes.
wrong, good, bad, pot, pock. So whenever we say I'm lonely, okay, this is the first one. I'm lonely, I'm unsafe, I'm insecure, I have a fear. These are all lies. These are all lies we tell ourselves. These are all lies so that we don't have to do anything and we don't have to be who you can truly be. You're being something lesser. Every time you say I'm unsafe, I'm lonely, I'm insecure. Um, so everywhere you've decided that you're lonely and there's no one for you, will you destroy and uncreate it once and for all?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, poisonous. All the lies you're telling to yourself that you're not safe, will you destroy and uncreate it once and for all?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, all nine shots, poison yours. The other thing is, maybe we don't want to receive it. So how many of you, there might be an underlying point of view that this is what I'm looking for, and the minute I get it, after that, I don't know, I may get bored or I really don't know what's coming next. So you want to hold on to not getting that because you don't know what to do beyond that.
Yes. That's
So everything that brought, that's true, yeah. So everything that brought up and let down for you, will you destroy it and create it once and for all?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, poisonous. What if it doesn't matter where you go next? What if every day is an adventure? And what if you, whatever you desire, it comes to you today, and you can ask for more and keep, living in this journey. There is no end to it. So everywhere you've decided, if you actualize what you desire, your life will end, or your life will become too boring. Will you destroy and uncreate it once and for all
Yes.
it is?
Yes.
Strong, good, bad, pop, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. And let's talk about safety, right?
Yes.
So actually speaking, Earth is not a safe planet. And you don't have to be worried about whether I'll get this desire or not. What you have to know, this is a planet full of earthquakes. This is a planet full of somewhere forest fires. So Earth is really not a safe planet to be on, right? We don't know when things will happen. But your awareness, if you're alive today, you're not going to a place where there's a fire, you're not going to a place where there's an earthquake, or you're not in the ship that sinks. It is your awareness that's keeping you alive. So what if you can trust your awareness and know that it will always keep you alive and safe? And everything that does not allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive that, will you destroy and create?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, what, all nine shots, poisonous. So coming back to the class, gold vibes, right? I just want to connect gold with this scenario. And that's the amazing thing. You can connect any question with anything. So Gary had written, see, when you're really not safe on earth, right? It's your awareness that's keeping you alive, and your own point of view that we truly believe we are safe. When you're going in an aeroplane and nothing happens, you do have a point of view that you are safe there and you will land, right? Because if you have a point of view that I will fall or this flight may crash, that is also possible. Your point of view creates your reality. But what Gary had written, which is so amazing, is your body likes gold. Your body likes the vibration of jewels and gold, right? So he had written, you wear these things on your body. So even if you're in the most insecure place, and even if you lose anything else, what you wear on your body, you will not lose. So everything that brought up and let down, will you destroy it and create it all?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, poisonous. And to be really honest, after reading that is when I started wearing a little bit of gold. I'm not really a big jewelry person, especially for this class. I have worn it, and to reading that is when it started making sense, because your body likes it, and that energy is always with your body, and you cannot lose it. Otherwise, everything else you can lose, right? Okay. So whose lies and what lies have you bought that you can be insecure? Everything that is times a godzillion, will you destroy it and create it once and for all?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. Okay. So any more questions?
No.
Okay, cool. So let me talk about money next. And then we will talk about, see, in the end, it's about ourselves, right? You have to be the vibration of gold. So let me talk about money, and then we will get into talking about the most precious thing on the planet, which is each of you. You are the gift more than anything else, right? What you have within you and what you be, that is the biggest gift. So how many of us, again, your point of view creates your reality. So whatever you think about your money is what is stopping your money flows. And all the money you have today, sorry, all the money you have today is actually the amount of money that you're willing to receive. So first of all, we should be willing to receive more. So what are you refusing to be or do different so that you can receive so much more money? And everything that does not allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive that? Will you destroy and uncreate it once and for all?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. So what are you refusing to be or do different so that you can have so much more money in your life? And everything that does not allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive that, will you destroy and uncreate it all?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. What energy, space, consciousness, and choice can you be to receive and keep more money than God? And everything that does not allow that times a godzillion, will you destroy and uncreate it once and for all?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. So when we don't, why do our money flows decrease? Because you're not willing to receive and you're not willing to be that energy that can give you that money. That's all. And every time you say that I have to work hard for money, and you don't really work hard, because there's no amount to hard work, right? And we're very self-critical. So the more you keep on judging yourself, saying I didn't put my best, I didn't work as much as I could, and then you say hard work gives me money, so it just counterproductive. So what if you can just receive money, and money is like breathing air? So that is what we have to start thinking, and then money comes to you much easier. Okay. Second thing is, money follows happiness, right? So the more happier you are, you get money. It's not the other way around. It's not that if you get money, you'll be happy. Again, it is about you be something, you will be shown what to do, and you'll get it. It is not that if I get something, if I get all the money, usually the way we think is if I get all the money, then I will do whatever I can do, I'll fulfill my dreams, and then I will be happy. So this is how people usually think reality works, but that's not how the universe works. When you're more happier, you will be shown what to do, and money will come to you. So which is fun? Is it fun for you to run after money, or is it more fun for money to come and find you? It's more fun for money to come and find you, right?
Yes.
Yes. Right. So what energy, space, consciousness, and choice can I be to be vibrationally compatible to the energy of money, so that all the money comes and finds me with so much ease, and everything that does not allow me to know, be, perceive, and receive that, I now destroy and uncreate it once and for all. Yes. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. What energy, space, consciousness, and choice can I be so that money comes and finds me, and everything that does not allow that times a godzillion, I now destroy and uncreate it once and for all. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. What energy, space, consciousness, and choice can I be to be vibrationally compatible and vibrationally congruent to the energy of gold that brings me so much more gold than I can even imagine? And everything that does not allow that times a godzillion, will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Okay.
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. What can I be or do different to be the energy of gold, to not react to anything in life, and everything that does not allow me to know, be, perceive, and receive that, I now destroy and uncreate it once and for all. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. Okay. Any questions from anyone?
Nithya, can you hear me?
Yes.
As you said, we have to be first happy and then money will come. I know it
Yes.
is little difficult. Is there any short way to, assume something and then?
It's difficult to be happy.
Yeah, because if we associate, okay, after getting the money, I can be happy. That association reverse is little difficult for a logical mind to think of.
Is it really difficult? Truth, is it really difficult?
I mean, like, how can we be happy without money? Is the question.
Because are you happy with money?
Yes.
Is it really?
Yeah, of course.
No, it's not like that. Even if you have all the money in the world, still people, if you're thinking, if you don't know what happiness is, even if you have all the money in the world, you might still not be willing to spend, still feel very sad to spend money. So are you happy in receiving money, spending money, both? Or are you happy in only receiving money?
No, I'm happy both ways.
Both ways. You are happy both ways. Sorry. but then you have a money problem, right?
Yes.
Yeah, you're not happy. That's how we started, right? You're not happy without money.
Yeah, I'm not happy without money because we need to be happy to get the money. There is a, shift. We cannot get that shift without, having money. Actually, it is other way around. Once the money comes, then we'll be happy. That's a postulate. I agree. But
Yeah. So Pushpa,
convince our mind.
you saw that when we ran your bars, you got your PF the next day. You
Yes.
went a little more than you came.
Yeah.
And you got the money. So you
The
saw it work,
news of
right?
money coming in made me happy. But
No,
I
because
need
you
to
were
create a
happy.
story. Yeah.
No, because you were happy after the session, you got the money. See, money does not create our life, okay? We create money in our life. You are being something. The money is coming because, first of all, we're alive. You are doing something. And when you're doing anything, even if you're doing hard work, again, catch this, guys, even if you're doing anything, you are being something. Even when I'm talking right now, I'm being something. Even when so we're always being at any given point of time. We are being something, either we are being ourselves or being something lesser, or we are being happy. Or so the idea is, if you be congruent to the energy of money. And what is the energy of money? The energy of money is, money follows joy. So the energy of money is actually joy, happiness. Money does not come to suffering or sadness or a lot of desperation. If you're desperate, money goes away from you. So when you be the vibration of money at every given point of time, and simple is happiness and gratitude. Those are the two things that are really compatible to your money flows. So when you be in that vibration, it will come. So let's take your case itself. You were feeling sad and the money was not showing up, and you had to go to Mumbai to get the money. But when you came for a session, you were a little more happier when you left, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then the next day you got your PF, right? You got the news that the PF is cleared.
Yes.
So this should convince your mind, because it happens
to be in gratitude and happiness somehow.
Yes. So just try it when you're happy. And I've seen it again and again. The more happier you are, your money flows come in. It keeps on increasing. When you again say it's not coming, do not think that money is not coming. What if I don't get enough money? So all the points of view we have and all the fears and insecurities we have about money is what stops the money flow, right? So when you saw it happen, you acknowledge it and keep saying, how does it get better than this?
Okay.
And what if all of you can just say, for the next few days, I'll just be happy and see how my money flows and not worry about money, and I'll just be happy and see how it is. Just be in that energy for a few days and see how it changes. Yeah. And I've seen it again and again, and I have changed my financial reality a lot just by asking questions, being happy. So, and if you're still not sure, you have to keep asking this question for the energy of whatever point of view is taking you. So whatever point of view is telling you that it's very hard or difficult to be happy without money is the one we need to change. So what can you be or do different to realize that you are the creator of money and money is not the creator of you, and you can be happy irrespective of anything that happens around you, and everything that does not allow that will you now destroy and uncreate it once and for all.
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. And this is when we go back to gold. Again, however harsh the external circumstances are, the gold will not change. It will not react. It will not even reduce in value. It will not even a scratch it won't take. That is why gold is so valuable. So even if I don't have the money, I don't get affected by it. I don't react to it. I don't get into the point of view or judgment saying I don't have money, the money is not yet there, because your point of view creates your reality. And the more you think I don't have money, it's not yet there, it won't come tomorrow, it keeps reducing, and the universe has to respond to whatever you're thinking in this exact same vibration, right? So it reduces. But if you just say, I'm happy, and what can I be to receive the money? And I have faith that it will show up. Then your money will start showing up. And money is just based on how you can receive. When can you receive something? So let's look at this. If you are, see, for example, if you are a container, right, you have to receive money. And let's say I'm like a glass of water. When it's empty is when money can be poured. When I'm already full and saying that nothing is happening. So when you keep your mind full with thoughts of I lack money, I'm desperate for money, money has not yet come, and you have a target saying if I get this much money, I'll be happy. This is so full, so there's no place for you to receive anything. So when you clear your mind and one is not thinking. So Gary very clearly says in Access, thinking is stinking. Trust me, guys, it's true. Don't think anything. Anything you think is stinking. Maybe you can think that this class is nice. That's okay. That's awareness. It's not thinking is stinking. But otherwise, everything else is like literally whatever your mind is saying is a stink. So don't engage with your mind, and keep your mind free.
Nithya,
Yes.
I have a question.
Yeah.
This thing is running in the back of my mind. Gold, for it to reach its jewelry or the best form, it has to go through a lot of heat and whatever they do. So it's like a lot of effort on the part of the gold, a lot of trouble. So how do I deal with that thought?
First of all, there is no best form for gold. Any form of gold is valuable. It is just that we want to wear it as jewelry, so we make it like. I'm going to mute few people. There's a sound. Okay.
Yeah, actually, it's like gold. Yeah, even if it is found in a pure, like the process of purification is what I feel.
Yeah. So, but gold doesn't feel that. When you purify gold, gold doesn't feel bad or good. It doesn't react to anything. It just changes to whatever it's meant to be, right? So that is what we have to look at life. So whatever circumstances life gives us, we don't react to it. We don't get down by it. That's an infinite being. You know that something better is going to show up, and everything you're going through is only because you have created it. And once you change your choice, everything can change. So we learn not to allow any of the external circumstances to bring us down. I've been through many situations like this in life. And that is when, how do you not react? And how do you respond is by asking a question. So when everything seems going against you, right, you just have to ask, how does it get better? And things will start changing. And with the energy of faith, not with, oh my God, everything is gone, I'm desperate, I'm going to die. And then you're crying and then you see, how does it get better? Because the universe the universe doesn't respond to your words. It responds to your vibration. With what vibration did you ask, how does it get better, right? So what happened is, when I was in office, I think all of you who are working, you have this, you have managers, one or the other manager, and then there's all this point of view that all of us don't like our managers. So It so happened that I gave a presentation to my boss's boss's boss, and he was like really amazed. Okay, so I felt I did an amazing job, and then my manager came and said, you did a bad job, which was not, first of all, it wasn't what I was thinking, and second of all, I've learned not to react. So the minute I agree, reaction is what you agree to that person. So the minute I say, oh no, I did a bad job, I'm gone, right? I reacted to what he said. Okay. And then if I tell them I did a good job, I know I did a good job, that is also reaction. When you align with someone or when you disagree with someone, both is reaction. Why do I disagree? And underlying is, why do I disagree and tell this person, no, I did the right thing? It's because deep down I believed what they say is right. So I have a need to defend. So an infinite being will neither align or agree with anything, nor will they react. Nor will they disagree with anything. Neither you'll align nor disagree with anything. You'll be an interesting point of view. It is just something he said. and you don't get it into your head and make it solid and true. So that's how it is. Whatever the outside world gives us, we don't get it into ourselves. We don't make it true for us. And then it's very easy to come out of it. So what happened the next day? Yeah.
So I can just say interesting point of view, and it's his point of view.
Interesting point of view. I have this point of view. So, and the goal doesn't feel all those things. See, in the end, when Earth is such a beautiful planet, there's the wind talking to me every day. Everything does change. External circumstances don't stay the same. There's the wind talking to me every day. There is beautiful trees. There are so many things, and there's so many people I have to interact with. And to be honest, all people don't think like you. And it's not that everyone will come and tell you good things, right? About you or anyone else. So we have to learn not to align or agree or resist or react with anything the other person says. Because I am in the vibration of gold, so what they say really doesn't affect me. And if I truly feel what they say is correct, I can change it. Otherwise, it doesn't matter. So what happened, I didn't tell him anything. I really did not align or disagree. And this is again the vibration. It's not that, I didn't agree to him in front of his face. I didn't disagree in the front of his face, but then I come and complain and I crib and then I say he was such a bad person. If you do all that, you're disagreeing and your vibration goes down. So nothing, I just let it go. So it's very interesting because I thought I did a good job. He just thought I didn't. It's very interesting. But the next day, my US boss told my other US boss, and she announced in front of everyone saying, Nithya, you did such a great job. We were so impressed. So that's how it comes when you don't align or resist or react. So whatever circumstances comes, if you just respond to it, things get greater. And easiest way to respond is interesting point of view. For those of you who don't know, have not heard of this, this is another access tool apart from question. Whenever whenever you're thinking, you have a point of view saying that, for example, Pushpa was also saying, how can I be happy without the money? You have to say interesting point of view, I have this point of view. Interesting point of view, I have this point of view. Till you feel lighter. And again, it's energy. So when the energy changes, your reality will change. So if you say interesting point of view, I have this point of view. Interesting point of view, I have this point of view. And it's many days. If it doesn't go today, you say it tomorrow. If it doesn't go tomorrow, say it for a week. As many days as it takes for your mind to be convinced that, okay, it's not true. Happiness will give me money. It's not that I have to get money to be happy. Once that point of view is out of your head, your reality changes magically. And that instant your point of view is out of your head, the next instant it changes. So sometimes I've had clients who have come, and after the session, everything has changed. There was one person whose company was supposed to shut down. He said, next tomorrow, I'm going to, call it bankrupt. And I did one session of bars. He didn't have money to pay me, so he borrowed from one of his friends. And after that, and the clearings, simple clearing, what invention are you using? Stop the money from coming to you, are you choosing? And everything that is times a godzillion, will you destroy and uncreate it once and for all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and girls. This is the clearing I gave him. And then someone hadn't paid him for 2 years. Suddenly they paid him, and it was just enough to continue his company, and his company is still continuing. So how does it get better than that, right? So everything can be changed by changing our point of view. And until the point of view changes, we keep asking questions. So again, when you're in an interesting point of view, say interesting point of view for as many days till you feel lighter, things will change. Yeah, so that's how it is. When you don't react to anything in life, what is the knowing? You are an infinite being. Nothing is bigger than you. Other person's word is not bigger than me. That person, what the person says is not bigger than who I am. What they think of me is not bigger than who I am, right? It is more about creation and what can I create? What more can I do with my life? You get into that space. And this is called functioning from a different reality. When you function from a different reality, life becomes so much easier. And the simplest question is, again, how does it get better than this, or what else is possible? So when some situation goes wrong, instead of reacting, just say, how does it get better? Or what else is possible? And you will see it change. It does work. I have changed so many things in my life. These are the two, very basic questions of access, but they are equally powerful. So it keeps on, just keep on saying that. So what energy, space, and consciousness can I be to respond to all the situations that I cannot control in my life, and everything that does not allow me to know, be, perceive, and receive that? Will you now destroy and uncreate it once and for all?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. And everywhere I've decided that external circumstances or situations are bigger than my power of creation, I now destroy and uncreate it once and for all.
Yes. Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. And everywhere, if I don't see the change in a day and I go back to my old patterns, will you now destroy and uncreate it once and for all?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and girls. So sometimes if the change doesn't happen in 1 day or 2 days, that is when it is important to be even more present, even more happier. Then things change. So if today you ask for money and it doesn't show up today or tomorrow, that is when you have to know you are not in the vibration of money yet. You don't have the point of view that you can receive money yet. So it's even more important for you to work on yourself and ask the question and allow the money to show up. So what can you be or do different to ask all these questions, play with them with so much ease and fun, and everything that does not allow that becomes a Godzilla? Will you now destroy and uncreate it once and for all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. Okay. Guys, if you have questions, you can also post it on the chat. And I can answer it. If any of you doesn't really want to talk, that is also fine. Okay, so are we all ready to get into a life of responding to situations instead of reacting?
Yes.
Yes.
I
Because
have a question.
yes.
Brinda here.
Yeah.
It is like I'm not okay sharing the money with the people whom I dislike. Is it okay?
Yeah, it's okay. Sharing, what do you mean? It's your money,
Like
then you can
spend
do
for
whatever you
them.
want.
It is like to spend for them or to give it to them.
Yeah, everything is fine. There's nothing right or wrong, so everything is okay. But do you want to change that? That's the question.
I'm not sure. At
You're
least
not
when
sure.
they are in need, if I'm helpful, it's good, but not all the time.
Everywhere you're judging yourself that you're not helpful, you destroy and uncreate it all.
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, poisonous. Again, it's a mind. It's completely okay for you to keep your money and want to not give anyone. It's completely okay. And if you don't want to give it to people you don't like, that's also completely okay. But then we get into this self-judgment. Maybe I'm a bad person because I'm not giving it, because I'm not doing it. So thanks for bringing up that, Brinda. The most important thing that we have to let go is self-judgment. See, we're all here. See, gold does not have a point of view saying that it's bad or I'm not good enough. It knows that it's gold. So all of you have to get that. Each of you is a beautiful creation of the creator, and each of you is so valuable, and that is what you have to get. Everyone here is a gift by themselves. So when you don't judge yourself is when you can see that gift. What we do is we're so used to judging ourselves. I don't look good, I'm not a good person, I didn't do this well, what if I had done that better. So again, that is our thinking. We are so used to critical thinking. So that is when, if you stop your thinking, one, and stop judging yourself for others. We don't have to judge ourselves for what we do. We just have to learn to be, and we don't have to judge others also. And when I'm judging someone, what happens is my energy is not so nice. It's not fun just thinking I don't like this person, I don't like this person. Your head gets heavy and all that. And when your head gets heavy, your energy is down. When your energy is down, you cannot attract what you would like to create. It's as simple as that. So what if I don't have to think of anyone? It isn't. What if I can just be free of my head? So let's clear that. What energy, space, consciousness, and choice can I be to be clear of my own thoughts that are limiting me in my head, and everything that does not allow me to know, be, perceive, and receive that? Will you now destroy and uncreate it once and for all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. All the limiting thoughts, no thoughts, feelings, no feelings, emotions, no emotions that I allow to control me, I now destroy and uncreate it once and for all eternity.
Yes.
Wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. So Brinda, that's when you have a thought saying I don't like giving, just say interesting point of view, I have this point of view. It will not limit you. And then it's not wrong to have the thought, but then the limitation will show up as judging yourself, or the limitation would show up as something else. If they're really good to you and when they really need it also, you may not give it. So when you are an interesting point of view, you function from the now. And what if those people change tomorrow? Today maybe they're not good to you, you may not give them, but what if you give them tomorrow, it will help you. So these are the things we have to note. And when you keep saying interesting point of view, I have this point of view, for every thought you have, doesn't matter it's positive or negative, right? When you keep doing that, what happens is your awareness increases, and then you will be something that will allow you to do and create something much greater. Yeah?
Okay.
Cool. Does it make sense for you, Brinda?
Yes, Nithya.
Yeah. And the other thing is, whenever you do judgment, especially self-judgment, self-critical, right? You can be sure you will lose some money. So if you're looking for your business to do well and then you're judging yourself, my business didn't do well, or I'm not a good person, or I didn't do well, it is all related. It doesn't matter who you judge or what you judge. But the minute you are judging, your money flows are going to reduce. Money comes to an empty mind. Your vibration is high. So the minute there is something here, you're not allowing the best sort of abundance to come to you. You will not even say money, abundance, which is health, wealth, everything together, right? So what energy, space, consciousness, and choice can you be to keep your mind free and your being so expansive, to be vibrationally compatible and congruent to the energy of gold, money, diamonds, and abundance? And everything that does not allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive that, will you now destroy and uncreate it once and for all eternity?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. And how many feelings of upset are you choosing to react such that all your money flows will come down? Everything that is times a godzillion will you now destroy and uncreate it once and for all eternity. Right, wrong, good, bad, POD, POC, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. What can you be or do different to know what to do and do what is minimally required for you to receive lots and lots of money, and everything that does not allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive that will you now destroy and uncreate it once and for all eternity?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, POD, POC, all 9 shorts, boys and girls. So if some of you guys are still feeling sad or upset, let me know. Let's clear that. Again, I said you cannot be vibrationally compatible to gold or money if you have so much sadness or upset or things happening in your head. So let's talk about this. So if you have anger, upset, guilt, blame, shame, regret, self-judgment, these are called distractor implants in Access. What is a distractor implant? It is distracting you from living, and we're all here to live. I think someone had written, there was a Snoopy, someone said we will die. I don't remember. We are here to die or something. And then Snoopy would say, no, we are here to live every day. We die only once, we live every day. So that's how life is. You live every day, and in the end, you may die once. But how people look at life is, I'm dying today, I'm suffering today, I'm dying every day. We don't even choose to live. So everywhere I have decided that life is such a suffering that I cannot even choose to live and be happy. Will you now destroy and uncreate it once and for all eternity?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, POD, POC, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. Right. So when you have lots of gratitude and happiness, money will show up. And the reason why we don't want to dislike anyone, anger or hatred on anyone, is you're not being the infinite being that you truly are. You've given some of your space thinking of the other person, and thinking itself is thinking, and then thinking of the other person is just a waste of your mind space. If you keep it empty, if you keep your mind space empty and free, there is so many more things that will come. And in the end, or as life goes, right, more than the money, more than anything else, isn't peace of mind is something that's really, really important. And the more your mind is at peace, right, everything will fall in place. Yes, Pushpa, do you have a question?
No, Nithya, carry on.
Okay.
Just to say,
So Pushpa, are you convinced now?
yeah, very much.
Mind is convinced? Awesome.
Yeah, thank you, Nithya.
Yeah. So all the thoughts, feelings, upset, emotions that I still hold in my mind that is stopping me from receiving all the money I can and from creating everything that I can, will you now destroy and uncreate it once and for all?
Yes.
Wrong, good, bad, POD, POC, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. So all the distractor implants. Again, distractor implants stop you from living. And it's a lie. Why is it a lie? If you keep saying I'm angry, and you hate them, that may not be the cause. There's something underneath. And usually what is underneath is self-judgment. So if I'm really angry at the other person, what is underneath that is I'm angry at myself. If I am not angry at myself and I really am grateful for myself and everything that I am, there is no reason for me to get triggered on anyone else. So it doesn't matter. So when my boss was like saying you didn't do a good job, it really didn't matter for me. And I was like, why? Because I know I did a good job. But otherwise, what does it matter? There's one presentation you gave. Next time you can change it. That's all. What is the worst thing that will happen? Worst thing is they may say I might fire you. Anyway, I'm not. It doesn't matter. That also doesn't matter. I can get another job, or I do a lot of healing work. So I'm not there for the. I'm not stuck to the job for the money also. So what's there? If I know I create my money, whatever the circumstances shows up, I know I can create something different. So that is the vibration at which if we start being that vibration, life will be so amazing. And then we know the beauty of life, because we are all here as a gift to experience the beauty of life. So that is what we have to start. We have to choose to live, to be alive. And you can be alive, more alive, when you don't judge yourself. Again, if you judge yourself, guys, for every time you judge yourself, you can take 2,000 rupees for every judgment you make of yourself from today, saying I'm not good, or I can't do this, whatever judgment you have of yourself, please keep 2,000 rupees out somewhere. You're going to lose it. If you don't keep it somewhere also, you're going to lose it. If you want, you can give it to me. That's also fine, but it's going to get lost. So don't judge yourselves.
I'm ready to be your bank. Please put it in my bank.
Sorry?
Whoever is giving you, I'm ready to put it in my bank. I'm your bank.
Oh, that's so smart. Nice idea. So creative. Okay, we have a bank where whenever you judge yourself, you can give us the money. It's going to get lost anyway, so you might as well give it to us. That was just a joke, but it is true. That's how the energy works. So every time you're judging yourself, somewhere in the future you're reducing your money flows. And for every time you're happy, even if it doesn't show up today, it's not logical, or it doesn't follow today, tomorrow. Somewhere in the future, the money is getting ready for you. It's going to come to you. Okay, so this is when in Access we say we have to learn to receive the judgments. And how can you receive the judgment? Interesting point of view. And to be really honest, you can't please everyone, and everyone will not think good things about you. It's completely okay. It's what is important is I have faith in myself and I like myself. It doesn't really matter whether other people like me or not, right? And when you don't have that judgment towards yourself, and you really like yourself, you will see how many people will like you. And I'm the greatest example, because at one point I was a people pleaser. Like, everyone should say Nithya is a good person. Nithya is so good. That is the only thing I could hear. I cannot hear anything else. And before you talk to me itself, I will have that energy of don't judge me. I'm not ready to hear anything wrong about me. And that energy will make sure someone talks wrong about me. And my reputation was my biggest thing. Like, it was so contracting. And today, when I really don't bother about what other people think of me, it is such a big freedom. And I started liking myself. And when I started liking myself and not judging myself, so many things changed. My body, my financial reality, the way I come across to people. So what can I be or do different to stop judging myself? And everything that does not allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive that, will you destroy and uncreate it once and for all?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, POD, all 9 shorts, boys and girls. So let's do this. All the distractor implants of anger, blame, shame, guilt, regret, self-judgment, obsessive, compulsive, perverted points of view, and all the Shiko implants and explants hidden underneath, allowing the distractor implants to rule your life, will you now destroy and uncreate it once and for all eternity?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, all 9 shorts, boys and girls. Guys, whoever are angry people, righteous people, I always get angry at things. Please note, you're going to lose money, first thing. Second thing is you're going to lose health. Even money, we can make it. We create the money, it can come back. You're going to lose some health, which it can be reversed through healing, but why do we want to go there, right? Why do I want to destroy something in my body and then go get it healed? It's much smarter just to not get angry, isn't it? So we're not, again, I like to say this, like, you're not a TV or a computer or something that there's a remote control that can trigger you, right? So if I don't have a trigger, that means whatever anyone says or whatever happens, I respond. I don't have a need to get angry. And the more you react, you are caught in the same game as them. The energy is the way the energy works is they will also fight more, you will fight more, they will fight more, you will fight more. And that's why relationships, whatever the relationship is, after some point there'll be some problem or yeah, it goes there, right? But when you learn not to get triggered, and when you learn to really like yourself, then you have easy relationships with everyone, not only one or two people.
One question, Nithya.
Yes.
So you're talking about you should have no judgment. You're not judging yourself and not be angry with yourself, or just don't be angry in life.
No, not judge
towards
yourself.
people, towards not judge yourself, and also not be angry with yourself or with people around you, or generally being upset, sad, and
See, the thing is, when I'm angry at someone else, right? It's only because I'm angry at myself. It's not separate. I might see the effect as I'm angry with that person, but it's only because deep down I'm angry at myself.
But sometimes frustration also can get anger.
Yes. So anger, frustration, blame, shame, guilt, regret, judgment, all these things distract you from living. So what happens that for those, even if you engage for it for 20 minutes, you've lost living in the 20 minutes. And you're also losing money in the future.
So actually, if you put a pot next to your bedside and every time you're angry, you put it in $100, I don't know how much money we'll make.
Yeah. No, if you're angry, you're going to lose it. You can give that to me. Yeah.
Thank you.
But if you don't get angry, you can make money. So like when I said, I didn't get upset by what my boss said. No desperation, no frustration, no anger, nothing. Even forgot about it when I came came home. And the next day, my boss's boss said something is good. And then it resulted in name, popularity. And they said, we've made this change because of you. It was not exactly money, but it was popularity.
Yeah, some fame.
So So
Thank you.
again and again, right? You're welcome. So just and the easiest way to make money, guys, easiest way is to receive a judgment. When someone says something about you that you know is not true, you be happy. Or interesting point of view, I have this point of view, and then definitely you're going to get more money. It's going to come some way or the other from someone, for sure. Would you like that? That's the easiest way to make money, receiving judgments, not engaging with your own judgments or anyone else's judgments.
So it's difficult, but doable now the way you're saying it.
It's not difficult. Do you want it to be difficult?
No, but sometimes hearing.
Hearing? I think we lost you.
Nithya,
Yes.
one of the things that when we are not willing to receive judgments, we are actually also not showing up.
Yes. Like I said, no, I received the judgment and I got popular.
For example, on Zoom call, most people are not switching on their video, not willing to receive the judgment.
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
I am saying that is because I used to do that.
Okay, yeah.
I used to do that. That, you know, while on the call, I may be talking to someone else, and you know, I may be lying down, and am I prepared, and am I, you know, wearing the right clothes, and but then I said when I was willing to receive the judgment, I started showing up.
Awesome. Did you guys listen to that? So when other people judge you, receive it. It's nothing interesting point of view. What is it? At the end, it's just other person's thought. Nothing more than that. Isn't it? And when you receive the judgment, you get more money, you get name, you get fame, whatever. You can receive so many things. You can receive true abundance. So what am I refusing to be, to receive the maximum that I can today and every day of my life, and everything that does not allow me to know, be, perceive, and receive that? Will you now destroy and uncreate it once and for all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. Yes.
I have a question. Like when I make everything about only myself, so is it not kind of arrogant to just ignore everyone?
No, I'll answer that. That's a beautiful question. See, we are an infinite being. And I'm saying we are an infinite being, not I'm an infinite being. When you know you're an infinite being, there is no I, it's only a we. And who is that we? It's you, everyone in your space, the whole earth, all the birds, all the animals. I have this lovely, beautiful connection with animals. Like I love them so much. And nature and trees. So even if, you know, I don't see a human being for I won't see the rest of my life, but for a few days and their trees, I'm like extremely happy. It's not an I. And when you choose for yourself, when you choose to be happy, you don't get angry at all the people who meet you. They will like you even more. You will actually get more people to be your friends and more people coming into your environment. And choosing for you is not selfish. That is a judgment that we have. So what if when you are happy, you can do more for others? That is the truth. When I am so sad, for example, if I'm so sad, I can't come and talk to all of you. Would I even want to open my laptop? Or like Geet said, would I want to switch on the video and show my face to all of you? I'd rather just lie down. The more you choose happiness for yourself, you can spread it to others. It's contagious. And everywhere, yeah, so it's not selfish at all. When you are happy, you can do so much changes for others. But when you are so sad, you're not going to do much, right? And it's a we're all here on planet Earth to experience something. But right now, what is required is for all of us to be as happy as possible for the Earth to thrive. The biggest gift is you being alive is the contribution. Your biggest gift is your happiness and your laughter. So the more you laugh, somewhere in Earth, the energy will change. More animals can thrive. More people will be happy, and that is what consciousness is about, right? And that's the reason I do this. I love doing this work, because at the end, it is about we. And what is the most important for we, right? If you guys know what is the most important thing for we to survive, it's actually air.
Yes.
Air, and the second is the water.
Yes.
Yeah. So the earth has given us air in abundance, water in abundance, food like in abundance. So those were the after water, it's food. So everything there is available in abundance. So that is what we have to get back to. The universe is giving me whatever I need more than in so much abundance. But maybe my greed or anyone's greed cannot be satisfied, but my need will definitely be met more than what is required. So if I know that it's an abundant universe, and see how much we've polluted things, but still the air is breathable. So that's how kind the earth is to us. So what if we can go back to that and just be grateful that I have air to breathe today also? And that's my only thing. I'm so grateful for the fresh air. My body feels so good with fresh air. That's why I go to weekends. I go to some place where trees are there. It feels so good. So all those things are available to us in abundance. But we choose suffering and pain and lack. And I don't have money. I don't have this. I don't have that. So
no, actually, it was like, for example, like you were talking about anger previously. Like if you're a part of a group which is angry for a cause, and then you're just being happy, isn't that like?
Sorry, did you say being angry is being happy?
No. Like if you're a part of a group, for example, a employees group or something like that, and they have a reason to be angry, they have a cause, and then you're just keeping yourself away, saying that I choose only happiness. So there you're like, I don't know how to.
Yeah, I got it. See, it's not only an infinite being can choose everything at every, and anger is not wrong. We have all these emotions and so many choices because there is a reason. So sometimes we get angry when we know when our potency is very high, or when we know the other person is lying, or when you see the earth getting destroyed, or when all these animals and forests were burning. I did feel a bit frustrated or angry, but I said interesting point of view and let it go. The reason is when you are angry at something, you're aligning with it. And when even if you have a cause of saving the trees and you're getting angry that people are cutting the trees, you're putting more energy to cutting the trees, and when you say I have to save a tree, someone has to cut it to save it. So what we're doing is with the energy, we are making things worse. So the willingness to see what it is and to take a call to change it, to be a different energy that can change it, is where we need to go. And that's why access is not to fix this reality or fight with this reality. It is to create a different reality for ourselves and everyone else. So don't align with your anger. You don't have to show them you're happy. That's also fine. But even the cause has to be interesting point of view. All the people who are trying to save cancer patients will create more cancer patients, because if they have such a strong cause and they have to save things, first of all, someone has to destroy it. So that's when we get to the space where even the trees are infinite beings, even the animals are infinite beings. They can take care of themselves. So we don't have to feel pity for them or try to save them. Or remember, I said right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots. There's no meaning. What is meaningful? What is meaningless? What we have to get to is how much happy we can be. The purpose of life is for us to be happy.
So how do you connect then? If then it's like disconnecting from all of them, right?
No, it's not disconnecting. It is being the energy that can help them change.
Okay.
So, or if you don't know, you can just say, what can I be for me to do well in this group? For everyone in the group, what do you want with that group? You want them to accept you, like you, or not be part of the group? What is it that you want?
Feeling connected but being myself. How is that possible?
What can I be for everyone in the group to feel connected to me, and I feel connected to them, and yet be myself? And everything that is not another, you just find right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and men. Because it's possible, both is possible. It's only our mind thinks that if I connect to them, I might lose this. So don't think. Just keep asking, what can I be to be really connected, and yet be myself, and propagate my group into greater consciousness. And everything that does not allow that, you destroy and create it once and for all.
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds.
Yeah.
Okay. So Mansi, did you have a question?
No, I just gave a thumbs up.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
So everywhere that you have been angry on yourself and judged yourself, from this lifetime and across lifetimes, will you now destroy and uncreate it once and for all?
Yes.
So yeah, right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and men. And guys, most important thing is I'm telling you not to judge yourselves, and you will lose money if you judge yourselves. But if you do judge yourselves, if you go after this call and say again I did some mistake or something, don't judge yourself for judging yourself.
Okay.
That is even more costly. It's okay. Just be okay if you judge yourself, because this is the first time we are doing some things to change our life. So if you don't get it, in a day or two, it does not matter. Don't judge yourself for judging yourself.
Yeah.
Right? So, yes. What energy, space, consciousness, and choice can I be to be vibrationally compatible to the energy of gold, to have so much abundance, and to respond to all situations in life and everything that does not allow me to know, be, perceive, and receive that? Will you now destroy and uncreate it once and for all?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, POD, POC, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. And then there's something in Access called Kingdom of We, which is a very beautiful thing. Kingdom of We is where we include ourselves and also everyone. So when someone was asking a question about, am I selfish or am I ignoring? So that's when we have to function from not the kingdom of I. Kingdom of I means me and I let go of everyone else, and not from the kingdom of them. Kingdom of them, you do it for everyone else, but you exclude yourself. So kingdom of we is where you are also involved, everyone is also involved, and we ask greater for everyone. So what energy, space, consciousness, and choice can I be to function from the kingdom of we that will create something greater for me, everyone I meet, everyone I come across, and also the planet, and everything that does not allow me to know, be, perceive, and receive that? Will you now destroy and uncreate it once and for all?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, POD, POC, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. What energy, space, consciousness, and choice can I be to function from the kingdom of we that will create something greater for me, everyone that I come across, everyone that I meet, and the planet, and everything that does not allow me to know, be, perceive, and receive that? Will you now destroy and uncreate it once and for all?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, POD, POC, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. What do I love so much about criticizing and judging myself that even when I know it's going to reduce my money flows, I would still judge myself? Everything that is times a godzillion. Will you now destroy and uncreate it once and for all?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, POD, POC, all nine shorts, boys and girls. What invention have I used to convince myself that I have to keep judging myself to become a better version of myself? Everything that is times a godzillion. Will you now destroy and uncreate it once and for all? Right, wrong, good, bad, POD, POC, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Okay, guys, let's do this. On a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you judge yourselves? Just 2 or 3 of you can give me random numbers. On a scale of 1 to 10.
1.
1. Nancy, 1. That's really nice.
5.
5. Okay. Who was 5?
Rajeshwari.
Okay. So all of you note down in your head, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much are you judging yourself?
7.
7. Okay. 8.
7. 9, Nithya.
Who's 9?
Brinda.
Okay. So what if by the end of the call we can get it down? If it was 9, can we get it to 8? Can we get it to 0? That's amazing. If not, the willingness to get it down, right? So what invention am I using to judge myself? Everything that is times a godzillion. Will you destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, POD, POC, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. All the judgments, decisions, conclusions, and computations that I made from this lifetime and across lifetimes, that judging myself is the way to get better or the way to live. Will you now destroy and uncreate it once and for all eternity?
Yes.
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, POD, POC, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Everywhere I value my self-judgment more than my own self. Will you now destroy and uncreate it once and for all?
Yes.
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, POD, POC, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. And all the choices and time that I wasted in judging myself and judging others, I'm willing to go to the point of creation right now and uncreate all of those to create a new reality for me from today. And everything that does not allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive that, will you now destroy and uncreate it once and for all eternity?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, POD, POC, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Everywhere I've decided that I'm my own self-critic and I should be my biggest self-critic. Otherwise, others may criticize me even more. Will you now destroy and uncreate it once and for all eternity?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, POD, POC, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. What is preventing me from seeing the gold in myself and seeing how valuable that I am? and everything that does not allow me to know, be, perceive, and receive that. Will you now destroy and uncreate it once and for all?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, POD, POC. All 9 shots, boys and beyonds. What can I be or do different to be willing to take the first step into allowance and non-judgment of myself and everything that does not allow me to get that started? Will you now destroy and uncreate it once and for all? Right, wrong, good, bad, POD, POC, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. Okay, so whoever said 7, 9, how are the numbers now in judging yourself? Guys, has the number reduced now? How much are you judging yourself?
I've come down to 3.
3, very good.
25.
5? Has it come down a bit?
Yes, I was on 9.
Sorry?
I was on 9.
9 to 5, awesome. So
I feel better, but I'm not sure I'm on what number.
that's okay. If you feel good, that's good.
I want to be in 1 only.
You don't want to be 0?
No, sometime I want to be naughty.
No, you can be very naughty without judging yourself. It is much more easier. So an infinite being can be anything, but you can be infinite when you don't judge yourself.
Nithya, I have a question.
Yes.
I think after I did the foundation with you, I was I have been in a very good space of almost no judgment of myself. And then, somewhere something just came out of the blue and hit me, and I realized I totally not received it and locked it into my body, for which you also worked with me, if you remember, very recently.
Yeah.
And you're very right when you say you lose money, because I saw that happening.
Guys, testimonial, please see, if you judge yourself, you're losing money. Everyone who's here to increase money flows, this is the most important point.
But I didn't see this coming. So what did I do here? I just didn't see this coming.
But now you saw it, right?
Yeah, and I am still working on it, because as you were doing the clearings, I was really aware of what was still left behind or what I hadn't let go of.
See, the way it works is, like again I said, this is we are working on ourselves. We are clearing things. But when you're clearing points of view, right, to change your life, let's call this as shit, because it is shit. There's so much points of view that we have that are limiting us. So much thinking. And it's not from this lifetime only. It is trillions and trillions of lifetimes. So the way it works is, when you say, what can I be to be happy? And suddenly you start feeling happy, things will change. When you ask for money, it will start coming. But then we have trillions of lifetimes of crap and shit and all. So when you become a little stronger, those points of view from those lifetimes, which you're ready to let go, will come. And that is why it's important to be in the vibration of gold. You don't react. When you say, I did not see it coming, you made it bigger than yourself, or why did it happen? These are all, again, judgments and reacting to the situation. So it is not that we will not attract bad situations. That's why in Access, if you guys have not heard the mantra of Access, all of life comes to me with ease, joy, and beauty.
Right.
That means everything will come to me with ease, joy, and beauty. And that is, again, vibration of gold. I don't react. Whatever shows up, I handle with ease, joy, and glory. And the other thing is, when it comes, it is just for, like I started, right? When what happened, you didn't see it coming, but you had some point of view somewhere. That's why it happened. So now you're aware of your point of view. So that's how you see it. When something happens like this to me, I'm like, oh, I didn't know I still had this point of view. Or I didn't know that, this is what I was still thinking. I thought I sorted it, but it came back. So now you're aware of the point of view. And this is when we say, when crap comes, celebrate, because now you have more things to clean. And you just have to clean it and let it go, and things will get better.
Thanks, Nithya.
Yeah. So what energy, space, consciousness, and choice can we be to celebrate everything that comes to us with ease, joy, and glory? And everything that does not allow you to know, be, perceive, or receive that, will you destroy and uncreate?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, POD, POC, all 9 shots, boys it, beyond. Okay. So So again, what energy, space, consciousness, and choice can I be to be vibrationally compatible to the energy of gold, diamonds, money, abundance, so that all of them come and find me with ease and stay with me? And everything that does not allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive that, will you now destroy and uncreate it once and for all eternity?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, POD, POC, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. All the distractor implants of anger, blame, shame, guilt, regret, suffering, obsessive, compulsive, perverted points of view, and all the Shiku implants and explants hidden underneath them, keeping them in place, will you now destroy and uncreate it once and for all eternity? Yes. Right, wrong, good, bad, POD, POC, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. And what are you holding on to that you would still like to judge yourself? Everything that is times a godzillion, will you now destroy and uncreate it all?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, POD, POC, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. Guys, we're all here to fall in love with ourselves first, then only you can fall in love with anyone else. And so it is not it's not worth judging yourself. Just stop judging yourself and you'll see how freeing it is and how everything will change. If you do judge yourself, don't judge yourself for judging yourself, but that's a different energy. And the more I don't judge myself, things become so much better, because nothing is really right or wrong in this reality. It's just what I think and the other person thinks. So it's all just different points of view. Cool. So any more questions?
I'm thrown into zero section, zero
You're
zone.
thrown into zero section. Yay, how does it get better? Be there, stay there.
I am.
Awesome. So what can I be or do different to stop judging myself? And everything that does not allow that times a godzillion, will you destroy and uncreate it all? Yes, right, wrong, good, bad, POD, POC, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds.
Nithya,
Yes.
I have a question. So it's more towards money, and gold is a accentuated version of money.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, money could be $100 as well, 1 rupee as well. But when you look at gold, you know that it's lots of money.
Yeah.
I could never relate with gold. With money, I could. And now I've noticed that I was able to make a lot of money, but not actually lot of. Whatever I required came to me.
Yes.
Nothing beyond that.
Nothing beyond that.
So it would be great to buy a Mercedes with cash down payment.
Yeah, it would.
Yeah, but that is the kind of gold I would like to attract.
And I would like to buy blue Jaguar with cash down.
1 second, guys. My recording stopped and restarting. But why would you like to buy it? Wouldn't you like it to be gifted to you? Just another point of view.
Oh yeah, sure.
So you asked me.
I want to buy.
You want to buy it? Who's that?
Gift me one.
No, again, if you're energetically compatible to that, whatever the money is required for the Mercedes, it will come. So let's ask for what we want. So what can I be or do different? What energy, space, consciousness, and choice can I be to receive the dream car? So what energy, space, consciousness, and choice can I be for my dream car to come and find me and to own me with ease right away? And everything that does not allow that times a godzillion, will you now destroy and uncreate once and for all?
Yes.
Good, bad,
Yes, for eternity.
For eternity, yeah. And what have I made so vital, valuable, and real about the order of having only enough money as to what I require, instead of having so much more? And everything that does not allow me to know, be, perceive, and receive that, will you now destroy and uncreate it once and for all?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, POD, POC, fallen in short, boys and beyond. So what am I refusing to be to receive more money than what I require? And everything that does not allow that times a godzillion, will you now destroy and uncreate it once and for all? Right, wrong, good, bad, POD, POC, all 9 shots, boys and beyond. What energy, space, consciousness, and choice can I be to create and receive more money than God? And everything that does not allow me to know, be, perceive, and receive that, will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Yes. Right, wrong, good, bad, 9 shots, boys and beyond. See, the thing is, that's how the universe works. When you have a desire, it will give you what you require for the desire. So if your desire is So the money itself, we create the money, and we create the money based on what we would like. And because you would like this, you have a need for this and this, you will get enough money for that. And we have not asked for more. So whatever you need and desire, you get that money. So if you really want more, and we don't have to get into, I want to save a lot of money, because money is an energy that is meant to flow. So the more you spend money, the more you'll get money also. So 2-3 things we can do to increase our money flow. Whenever we spend money, be grateful for whatever you spend. So I'm so grateful that I could afford this. I'm so grateful that I'm giving money here. Then it enables you to get more money. And then don't hold on to your money. You know that whatever money you have, use it. So what I do is, when I get the money, you can ask, when I'm spending the money, if I use you on this, will it create something greater? And when you give money to someone, I'm so grateful that I'm able to afford this and giving you. And money, can you come back to me godzillion times? So these are few things that we can do to increase our money flows. Again, what have you made so vital, valuable, and real about only getting enough money as what you require, and not more than that? And everything that does not allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive that, will you now destroy and uncreate it once and for all?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. See, we have to be the energy of money. And again, the energy of money is joy, gratitude. It also comes with you knowing that you are powerful, you knowing that you're an infinite being, you are power, your creativity. We create the money. So the more creative you are, it is your creations that will bring you money. For example, the work I do in my job is my creation. That will bring you money. This class is a creation. So that will bring you money. So your creations will bring you money. Not trying to control, knowing that you can't control and change everything, but again, responding to everything. Responding to situations is when you're in control, you being in control. And then awareness of how to be compatible with money. What do I minimum need to do to get the money is what brings you money. So that's why in the How to Become Money workbook, what Gary says is, you have to keep saying, I am control, I am power, I am creativity, I'm awareness, I'm money. That is what will get you the money in. So you have to be, now if you're getting enough money to spend or what you require, you have to be more aware as to how you can get more money. And it's all in the receiving. So what are you refusing to be, to receive more money than you can ever spend? And everything that does not allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive that, will you destroy and uncreate it once and for all?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. What energy, space, consciousness, and choice can you be to be the power, to be the control, to be the creativity, to be the awareness, and to be the money that brings you in more money than you can ever spend? And everything that does not allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive that, will you now destroy and uncreate it once and for all?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. And every lifetime where you have saved a lot of money and you were killed for it, that you decided you do not want to save anything this lifetime, will you now destroy and uncreate it once and for all?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. And how many lifetimes do how many people owe you money? Are you willing for all of them to come and pay you back in this lifetime, right now? And everything that does not allow that times a godzillion, will you destroy and uncreate it all?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. All the pending payments that people have to pay you, that you're refusing to receive, will you now be willing to receive it right now? Everything that is not allowed that times a godzillion, will you destroy and uncreate it once and for all?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. All the pending payments and all the money that has to come to you that has not yet come and is stuck for some reason or the other, will you be now willing to receive it right away, for it to come to your hands? And everything that does not allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive that times a godzillion, will you now destroy and uncreate it once and for all eternity?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. And what awareness are you refusing to be for you to have more money than you can ever spend and more money than God? And everything that does not allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive that, will you destroy and uncreate it all?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. What energy, space, consciousness, and choice can you be for the car that you truly desire to come and own you? And everything that does not allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive that, will you destroy and uncreate it once and for all?
Yes.
Yes.
And insurance poisonous. And again, if you really want the car, you have to be clear that you want it. You can't go like say that after the clearing, you can't think like, oh, that car is too expensive. Do I really need a car? What if I
No, I've
don't
been
have a
thinking
car?
of it from ages, so it's okay. That's my dream car. It will come to me.
Yeah. So no, don't undo your ask. What we do is we're learning to ask, right? But we're very good at undoing it. So
No,
we
no.
ask for a car.
I won't.
You won't, yeah.
I
But he's
left
telling for
to
the benefit
universe.
of others.
You know my Shobha story, right? So like that, I left it to universe.
Yeah. Okay, someone had asked, can you say some clearings for self-respect or self-value? So, what energy, space, and consciousness can you be to realize your own worth, which is beyond the price of gold or anything else? And everything that does not allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive that, will you now destroy and uncreate it once and for all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. What invention are you using to not respect yourself are you choosing? Everything that is times a godzillion, will you now destroy and uncreate it once and for all?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. So you guys, I'll give you the recording. You can do this clearings, till you feel better. Okay, something happened to my screen. Not sure what happened. It's looking different, but it's better now. Okay, so what energy, space, and consciousness can you be to realize what you're really worth, which is beyond anything else, which is priceless, and everything that does not allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive that, will you destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. What energy, space, consciousness, and choice can you be to know that you are the creator of your life, and everything that does not allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive that, will you now destroy and uncreate it once and for all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. So what energy, space, consciousness, and choice can you be to be vibrationally compatible and vibrationally congruent to the energy of gold, diamonds, money, abundance, health, and everything that does not allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive that with ease? Will you now destroy and uncreate it once and for all eternity?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. And what energy, space, consciousness, and choice can you be to ask what you would desire and not unask it? And everything that does not allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive that, will you now destroy and uncreate it once and for all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. Okay, any other question, guys, from anyone?
Yeah, Nithya.
Yes. Hi, Asha ma'am.
I see people, the moment I talk to few people nicely and say good friends and things, they start asking money. Will you help
okay.
me that?
True.
So every time I have that, I cannot say no, and I give them, either they don't return back, or only this much you gave. I asked you something and I received only this much. So then that thing starts.
So what do you want? Do you want to stop giving or get so much more money you can give everyone, or you want them to pay back? What is it you want?
If I get so much money to help friends and keep them happy, and also I also will be happy. But when I don't have and they ask, I feel bad. They're asking, I'm not able to help.
Yes, even I am in that same boat.
Okay, so we are all infinite beings, right? They are also infinite beings. So first of all, we should not have a need to help anyone. The minute you say, I have to help this person, they don't have, it's a judgment of, I'm more superior than them. And when you don't have, if you can't give, again, you are thinking, I should have helped them. So we really can't help anyone. They have to help themselves. We can only, even the clearings I give, right? If you receive this, it will work really amazing for you. But I'm not helping you. I'm just facilitating or opening some doors. You have to walk through it. Right? So we don't have to have a need to help anyone. And the more we have a need to help, again, it comes back to I'm a good person. I want to help them. Why do we want to? Why do we want to help everyone? So that we feel good, right? When you help people, you feel better. So what is underneath that? I actually think I'm a bad person. I'm judging myself that I'm not good enough. I'm not a good person. So I'm trying to overcome that judgment that I have about myself by doing altruistic deeds. Let me help this person, then I'll feel better. Let me do this and I'll feel better. So first of all, you don't have to have a need to help anyone, and we don't have to be really altruistic. Okay, so everywhere we're judging ourselves that we're not good enough, that we would like to compensate it by helping others. Will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. Everywhere I have a need to help others, instead of knowing that they are also infinite beings, will you now destroy and uncreate it once and for all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. How many judgments did I use to judge myself that I need to fill it up by helping others? Everything that is times a godzillion, will you destroy and uncreate it once and for all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. And one more rule is, if you really have to lend money to anyone, money is a different energy, guys. So money changes people, if you guys don't know. So you can only lend what you can afford to lose. Be very clear on that. That's one rule I follow. If you're willing to lose 30,000 rupees because you have so much money and they ask you 30,000, you can give that. But if they're asking 5 lakhs and you cannot afford to lose 5 lakhs at this point, that is not the amount you should be giving, because everyone's energy changes with money. In fact, Gary says this: if you want to lose a person and never see them again, loan them some money. Don't give it to them as a gift, but you loan them some money. You can be sure that mostly they may not come back. And there are very, very few people I've seen who, if you loan them money, they actually repay it with that much integrity. It's not that everyone is that way, but you have to ask a question before you loan the money. Will they pay it back? See if it feels light or heavy. Will it create something for me and them? Because there's some people who just take the loan and they abuse the money, they lose it within 2 days and they don't do anything. You are thinking it will help them change their life. Not true, because money doesn't change life. They do it the way they use it. It's not the money, the way they create it. So always, first of all, check if it's light to give or not. Second of all, give only what you can afford to lose, because there's a probability it may not come back. Ask for more money. It's okay if you lost money. We don't get upset or worried over what money you lost or this person didn't pay me. So what energy, space, and consciousness can I be to create godzillion times more money than what I've lent to others? And everything that does not allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive, that will you destroy and uncreate it all? Yes. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys, girls. And last of all, don't have a need. When you don't have a need to give them, they may not ask you. And you should not feel bad at all for it's your money, you can do with it. We're feeling bad only because there is some underlying self-judgment. So what if you don't have to judge yourself? And this is when it's okay to tell them I don't have it. Especially if you don't have it, it's completely okay to say I don't have it. Everything that brought up and let down, will you destroy and uncreate it once and for all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, poisoned, beyond. So what generative energy, space, and consciousness can I be to receive godzillion times more money than what I've lent? And what generative energy, space, and consciousness can I be to be aware of whether I should loan money or not? And everything that does not allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive, that will you now destroy and uncreate it once and for all, or all eternity. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, poisoned, beyonds. You feeling better, Asha?
Yeah, feeling better.
Yeah.
And one more question, Nithya.
Yes.
As I earlier also I shared with you, I earn a lot, but then when it comes to my needs, it won't be there.
Okay. Everywhere I have deprioritized my needs and only want to take care of other people's needs, will you now destroy and uncreate it once and for all?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. What energy, space, and consciousness and choice can I be to equally prioritize my needs and my family's needs and whatever other needs I have to fulfill with ease? And everything that does not allow me to know, be, perceive, and receive, that will you destroy and uncreate?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys and girls. See, sometimes we have these priorities that my need is lesser than the other person's need. It is a kingdom of we. Your need, their need, whatever you're spending on can be equal priority. And when we come to money, we always have this priority, right? This class is, this is highest priority. My bill is the highest priority. My class is the second priority. This is the third priority. And my health is the fourth priority. So then we ourselves create that I don't have enough money for my fourth priority. So what if there is no priority and everything is something that is equal. When you start saying that, it will work. There was one person who took a bars class, and he was supposed to pay me the money. So what happened is, he brought his wife. He paid for him. He paid for one person, and then he said, I thought it was the price for two people. Then I told him, no, the price I quoted was for one person. So he said, I'll pay you in a week. And then I said, okay, fine. Usually we receive the payment before the class, but I said, okay, fine. And then the next week, demonetization kicked in. And then he said, I have no cash, no money, nothing, I can't give. I said, okay, fine. So it took a year. Every 6 months, I would ask him, can you pay my money? And then he'll say, yeah, sure. Then he'll say, I don't have the money, I don't have it. I didn't get it for me. So when I talked to him, then I talked to him in person, and I said, what's going on? Why are you not paying me, kind of? And then I asked, do you feel that the class did not help? Then he said, yeah, the class did not help me at all. Which I was so surprised. After 1 year, someone tells you your class didn't help. Then I asked him, are you asking questions? Yeah. How is life? Life is good. Did you say, how does it get better than this? Yeah, I'm saying, how does it get better than this every day? Then I said, where did you get it? You got it from my bars class. Yeah, that's where I got it from. But I didn't practice bars. I said, you not practicing is not actually my fault. But you use this much, your thinking has changed. It's not only about the practice of the class, right? How much has your life changed? Then he said, but I want to pay you, but I'm not getting the money. That's when I gave him the clearing. Ask, prioritize it. And he's getting a lot of money. It's not that he was not getting money, but he just didn't have enough to pay me. He had enough for everything else. So I asked him to prioritize paying me is equally important. And the next month he paid me. So what energy, space, and consciousness can I be to equally prioritize my needs and receive all that is required for my needs also to be fulfilled, as well as others' needs? And everything that does not allow me to know, be, perceive, and receive that, will you destroy and uncreate it all? Yes, right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and girls. And everywhere I've decided that I can deprioritize my needs over anything else, will you now destroy and uncreate it once and for all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyond. So you can get money for everything as long as you don't prioritize. If you prioritize that this is more important than this, you will get money for the important things, not for the rest. So everything that brought up and let down, will you destroy and uncreate it once and for all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyond. It'll start changing, ma'am. Just keep from this month. Because your needs were not that important. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, any other questions? Someone had a question. I think I heard a voice. No? Okay. Okay. So we have 3 more minutes. So I'm going to quickly run by some of the clearings. The more we hear the clearings, the more it works. And we're going to give you the recording. So please listen to this again as many times as you like until things change. Or even if things do change, you can still continue listening to this. Okay. So what generative energy, space, consciousness, and choice can my body and I be to be vibrationally compatible to the energy of gold, to receive abundance, and also to respond to life? And everything that does not allow that times of God's in, will you destroy and uncreate it once and for all eternity? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and girls. What invention am I using to judge myself? And what invention am I using to not want to let go of these judgments? Everything that is times of God's in, will you destroy and uncreate it once and for all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. What generative energy, space, and consciousness can me and my body be to generate more money than I can spend? And everything that allow me will be perceive and receive that. Will you now destroy and uncreate it once and for all?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. How much more happy and how much more aware can I be to generate so much more money with ease in my life? And everything that does not allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive that, will you destroy and uncreate it once and for all?
Yes.
Wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. How many more revenue streams can I add in my life to make so much money for gold to come and own me and for my dream car to come and own me? And everything that does not allow me to know, be, perceive, and receive that, I now destroy and uncreate it once and for all. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. All the distractor implants of anger, blame, shame, guilt, regret, and all the Shiku implants and explants hidden underneath them. Will you now destroy and uncreate it once and for all eternity?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and girls. And everywhere I'm comparing my financial reality with someone else's reality to make sure that I'm much lesser. Will you now destroy and uncreate it once and for all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and girls. I will take 5 minutes. I'm just finishing this. Okay. What generative energy, space, and consciousness can I be to be vibrationally compatible with the energy of gold for all eternity, every moment in this lifetime and any other lifetime that may happen, and everything that does not allow me to know, be, perceive, and receive that? Will you now destroy and treat it once and for all eternity?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Okay, guys, I am going to close this unless anyone has a question. We are at 7 o'clock, and I have to get to my son's tuition, or my son has to get to his tuition. Anything else?
No, thank you so much, Nithya.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you, Nithya.
Thanks, Nithya.
So much, Nithya.
Shilpa, thank you so much for all the coordination and everything. Lots of that. And Shilpa will be sending you the recording link. You can be behind her if you visit.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Have a great day. See you guys. Bye.
Yeah, you too.
Thank you.
Bye.
Wish you the
Thank
same.
you.
Thanks all.
Bye, Nithya.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.